Today, we're diving deep into the latest release of the Cosmic desktop environment. Specifically, Cosmic Desktop version 1.08, a release that brings meaningful improvements that many Linux desktop enthusiasts and users will appreciate. Cosmic, for those who might not be familiar, is the modern desktop environment developed by System 76 in Rust, built for performance, usability, and a compelling user experience. This particular update continues the project's proactive approach to refining functionality and stability, directly responding to user feedback and real-world usage patterns. Cosmic Desktop 1.0.8 is focused on making everyday workflows smoother, correcting usability issues, and tightening up stability across many core areas of the environment. What makes this release particularly interesting is how it zeroes in on the basic building blocks of system usage, like the file manager, terminal application, networking, dialogues, and responsiveness of the desktop itself. These may not sound glamorous, but they are the foundation of how we interact with any desktop system every day. The first major area of improvement in Cosmic 1.08 is the file manager. The Cosmic Files app is where users spend a considerable amount of time, whether browsing folders, organizing projects, moving files around, or searching through directories. In this update, the developers added a new ability to let users copy the current path easily by holding the Shift key. That sounds like a simple enhancement, but it makes a huge difference during workflows where we constantly need to inspect or share the path location. For example, when scripting, debugging, or referencing directory structures in documentation. Alongside this, paste options within the file manager are now automatically disabled if the clipboard is empty, or if the clipboard content is not something the system can act on meaningfully. What this means is that users will no longer see an enabled paste command and then struggle to figure out why nothing happens. Instead, the user sees immediately when a paste action isn't applicable. Similarly, when performing operations that affect multiple files, such as applying new permissions or deleting many files, the interface now shows a count of how many files are involved. This direct feedback reduces uncertainty and prevents accidental actions affecting the wrong number of files. Going deeper into file management, context menus, those little right-click menus that let us open, copy, delete, or rename files, now close more reliably across many different scenarios. Context menu behavior can be one of those subtle user frustrations if it doesn't function consistently, and fixing how it closes or remains open when expected brings smoother interaction. Unsupported actions and options that don't make sense in a given context have been cleaned up, especially in the recent section of the file manager. This declutters the user experience and ensures that only meaningful actions are presented. Users can now also clear their recent history directly from the navigation bar, eliminating unnecessary steps in cleanup workflows. Improvements to text handling inside Cosmic files ensure that long file names shorten correctly and are readable, even when space constraints would otherwise make labels awkward. Another subtle but impactful tweak related to Cosmic files is the disabling of the WGP feature in the associated file manager applet. This change reduces video memory usage, which can be especially helpful on systems with limited GPU resources or onboard graphics, enhancing overall performance. All of these file manager improvements together contribute to making daily interactions with Cosmic feel more predictable, responsive, and professional, especially for power users who depend on fast and reliable file navigation. Another cornerstone of this 1.08 release is the Compositor, the part of the desktop responsible for rendering windows, transitions, effects, and ensuring applications stay in their expected state. The Compositor in Cosmic received some meaningful tweaks to better preserve window states, particularly when windows are maximized or snapped to edge positions. When an environment doesn't remember where windows were or how they were arranged after switching workspaces, users can feel disoriented. With this update, Cosmic better honors the layout you choose, avoiding awkward situations where windows end up in unexpected positions. The Compositor also now generates background gradients in parallel, which improves how visually complex backgrounds are drawn and removes unnecessary delays or stutters that might happen during screen redraw events. On the workspace and shell level, that is, how virtual desktops operate, Cosmic has implemented small tweaks that make visual text appear cleaner and more polished. While not flashy, this is part of polishing the visual coherence of the desktop, making workspace names and labels more consistent and easier to read on screens of all sizes. When a desktop environment invests, it shows a dedication to user comfort and long-term usage. System applets in Cosmic received a set of important fixes too. Applets are those little icons and interactive elements in the status bar that let you control network connections, audio, battery, and more. In this release, applets address long-standing dbus timeout problems by loading status notifier menu layouts only when they are necessary. This improves responsiveness and prevents freezes in scenarios where the desktop might otherwise hang or delay when interacting with applet menus, especially for daybus. Networking, a critical everyday function, received a targeted fix in this update. Previously, users might click to connect to a Wi-Fi network and be greeted with a dialog where the password field wasn't immediately focused, leading to confusion or an extra click. Now, the Wi-Fi authentication dialog automatically places the cursor in the password input field, meaning users can immediately type their credentials without misclicks or delays. While it seems like a small quality of life fix, it adds up because connecting to wireless networks is one of the most common tasks on any operating system. In the same networking space, the media player integration has been made more intuitive. When you adjust volume with media playback happening, the player now unmutes itself automatically. This saves users from those awkward moments where they wonder why they raised the volume but still can't hear their content. Turning to the Terminal app, the Cosmic Terminal has also received meaningful updates. Terminal applications are the workhorses for developers, system administrators, and power users alike, and any improvement here resonates widely. In this release, a new command line argument has been added, allowing users to launch terminal sessions with working directory set. This is powerful for scripting or launching multiple instances of the terminal tied to specific project locations or workflows. The Terminal app also improves its tab behavior so that when you close the current tab, the focus and behavior of the remaining tabs feel more natural and predictable. A copy link option was added to the terminal's context menu, making it easier to extract URLs or references from terminal output and share them or bring them into a browser. There's also an updated light theme and wider menus for easier reading. These may seem like design details, but they work together to make the terminal more comfortable for prolonged use. Another domain that saw refinement is theming and session integration. Cosmic now better supports integrating Qt themes via traditional tools like Qt5CT and Qt6C, allowing users who rely on Qt applications to enjoy a consistent visual appearance that matches the rest of their desktop. This integration is a win for those who mix toolkits on their systems and want a unified aesthetic. The Settings application in Cosmic also received attention. Cosmic Settings now properly restores disabled shortcuts after users replace them, uses the GIF crate where appropriate for better internal timing logic, and removes extra custom wallpaper entries that might clutter the UI. This tidies up the experience and ensures settings behave predictably when users customize how they interact with their desktop. The Cosmic Store, which is the central hub for software updates, also got a notable change. It no longer refreshes updates automatically when navigating between pages. This reduces unnecessary network usage and provides a smoother browsing experience inside the store. Additionally, the store's Flatpak statistics were updated to reflect data as of January 2026, offering users an up-to-date picture of available Flatpak applications and versions without relying on stale metrics. It's also worth noting that these improvements are built on a development cadence that System 76 has been refining consistently. Earlier versions, like 1.0, 3, 1.0.5, and 1.0.6, introduced a variety of changes that laid the groundwork for this latest release. For example, 1.0.3 brought improvements to the file manager and terminal, along with various security and portal integration fixes. Version 1.0.5 added visual battery percentage options and tab drag-and-drop support, while 1.0.6 focused on clipboard enhancements, drag-and-drop tab behavior, and Compositor updates. These ongoing releases show a dedication to polishing basic functionality and responding to real usage scenarios. Users have increasingly seen Cosmic grow from its early roots. Through alpha versions, which introduced workspace navigation and iconic file features, into a more mature desktop environment that can serve as the core of a daily driver Linux system. This ongoing maturity is evident in 1.0.8 single quotes on stability and reliability, because once core behaviors all work smoothly together, users are freed from annoying workflow interruptions and can focus on productivity instead. Overall, Cosmic Desktop 1.0.8 represents yet another step forward for this Rust-based desktop environment. It doesn't introduce massive, new, flashy features, but it carefully addresses many small but impactful usability issues that crop up during everyday use. Improvements in a file manager reduce friction. Terminal enhancements empower workflows. Networking dialogues feel more intuitive. And the desktop as a whole feels more robust and predictable. For users who rely on Cosmic for work, creative efforts, coding, or daily system activity, these refinements make the environment feel more polished and cohesive. Packages for Cosmic Desktop 1.0.8 are expected to appear first in the repositories of rolling release distributions like Arch Linux, OpenSUS, Tumbleweed, Cashews, and others in the coming days, with updates rolling into Ubuntu-based pop_OS releases as they pass quality assurance. This means that across a wide range of Linux installations, users will soon be able to enjoy this latest refinement in their daily workflows. In summary, this release shows how incremental improvements, when done thoughtfully, can significantly improve overall experience. From smoother file management to more responsive applets, clearer terminal interaction, and network dialogues that respect user expectations, Cosmic 1.0.8 continues the project's journey toward a powerful, flexible, and modern Linux desktop environment that can stand strong alongside other popular desktops. It's a reminder that polishing the basics often yields the biggest dividends in usability and user satisfaction. And for those reasons, this update is an exciting step in the evolution of Cosmic.